He ran across the most heavily guarded border on Earth. North Korean soldiers spotted him and fired 40 bullets. 5 hit him. He lost half of his blood and collapsed meters from freedom. This man survived miraculously, but how? His name is Oh Chung-sun. And here's the question that changes everything. Why would someone risk death to escape North Korea when his father was a high-ranking general in the regime's army? He was born in 1992 or 1993 in North Gwanghae Province, North Korea. He was the son of a high-ranking military officer, which meant he received better privileges than most North Korean citizens. However, despite this status, he still lacked many basic needs that people outside the country take for granted. As a child, he pursued a standard education like most North Korean children, an education that was heavily politicized, designed less to teach critical thinking and more to enforce loyalty to the regime. Later, he completed his studies in industrial engineering. After graduating, his early career began as a police officer, a role that exposed him to the regime's darker underbelly. In this position, he became involved in routine corruption, accepting bribes to ignore minor violations or threatening arrests when payments were not made. This behavior was not unusual. Due to extremely low salaries, many officials were forced to supplement their income illegally just to survive. System creates criminal. People have to struggle for everything and beg for whole of their life, while showing they are loyal to the country and its ruler. In North Korea, it is mandatory for all men who turn 17 to join the military and serve for at least 10 years in the armed forces. When Oh Chung-sun turned 17 or 18, around the year 2000, he joined the armed forces as required by law. His family background facilitated his advancement to a middle-ranking officer. He was eventually assigned the position of a driver for a senior commander in the Joint Security Area, JSA, a highly symbolic and politically charged location within the Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, where North and South Korean forces confront each other directly. This posting later played a significant role in his decision to escape. Although his role involved routine duties such as transportation, it was considered one of the most sensitive assignments in the military. It exposed him to the stark contrast between the two Koreas, including brief but powerful glimpses of Southern prosperity, which stood in sharp opposition to the shortages and deprivation in the North. During his 8 years of service, Oh also noted pervasive health issues among soldiers. Despite being the son of a major general in the army, he still lacked basic necessities such as clean drinking water and healthy food. If even the families of high-ranking officers struggled to meet basic needs, it raises a disturbing question about the resources available to ordinary citizens, people with no status, no protection, and no voice. If someone raises his voice, he including all of his family members are arrested, and if they resist, they are killed brutally immediately. North Korea is world's biggest jail. Later, Oh Chung-sun explained that it is natural to have no interest or loyalty, since the hereditary system is taken as a given, regardless of its inability to feed people. He revealed that nearly 80% of the population shows no loyalty to the leadership, and in his words, they shouldn't. Why would anyone remain loyal to a system that treats its people as disposable? For many, survival itself erased any remaining devotion. One North Korean defector faced extreme hunger. He was so desperate that when he saw vomit on the ground, likely caused by contaminated or poorly prepared food, he searched through it, picking out undigested grains of rice and eating them. That was the level of hunger people were pushed to. Oh Chung-sun later admitted that he faced the same kind of hunger. Different rank, different background, same desperation. Oh Chung-sun grew deeply disappointed with the government. He was exhausted by the daily routine of military life and frustrated by the extremely low salary he received. According to reports, North Korea pays its soldiers less than $1 per month. By global standards, earning more than $3 per day is considered the threshold of a decent job. Yet North Korea falls catastrophically behind even this minimum. He was also forced. He was forced to do hate speech against Japan, but secretly he loved Japanese. Sorry, Japanese cars. But this didn't last long. And this continued until the day November 13th, 2017 arrived. That day was not an ordinary day. It was the day his life was about to change forever. Oh Chung-sun later said that he never planned to escape. He described it as an accident, not a strategy. According to him, it was supposed to be just another regular day. He and his friends were drinking, as they often did. The same conversations turned into arguments, and the arguments escalated into a fight. During the chaos, one man died. According to others present, Oh Chong-sun had killed him. However, Oh maintained that it was not murder, that he was drunk, disoriented, and never intentionally killed anyone. What mattered was this: in North Korea, intent does not matter. Terrified of what awaited him, Oh Chong-sun got into his car and started driving. First, it was pure panic. He drove without a plan, until he crossed a barrier no one was allowed to pass. The moment he realized where he was, he understood something terrifying. There was no way back. Instead of turning back, Oh Chong-sun accelerated. He drove straight toward the 72-hour bridge, fully aware that he was entering what he later described as hell. He pushed the car to its limits, but before he could make it across, the vehicle crashed into a ditch. He jumped out and ran. For his life, North Korean soldiers spotted him. They opened fire. 40 bullets were discharged. 5 hit him. During the chaos, one North Korean soldier mistakenly crossed the military demarcation line, something that should never happen. In the silence of the night, South Korean soldiers rushed in, dragging Oh Chong-sun away from the border. He was airlifted immediately to a Jew University hospital in Suwon, where doctors fought to keep him alive. Surgeons removed 5 bullets from his body. The operation took nearly 5 hours. At one point, doctors described him as a broken jar, his body unable to hold blood. He had lost more than 50% of it and was inches from death. But the bullets weren't the only shock. During surgery, doctors discovered a parasitic worm inside his body, Ascaris lumbricoides, measuring nearly 27 centimeters long, about the length of 2 soda cans. The discovery stunned the medical team. The parasite was the result of poor sanitation and unhygienic food, something Oh had lived with for years without knowing. The total cost of his medical treatment was estimated at 65 million won, roughly $60,800. Oh Chong-sun remained hospitalized until February 2018, after which he was transferred to a military facility for security reasons. He showed clear signs of post-traumatic stress disorder, psychological instability, confusion, and an inability to recall the details of his defection during early questioning. Doctors explained that this memory loss was a protective response, a common mechanism in trauma survivors whose minds shut down to survive overwhelming stress. He then lived a normal life. He got his nationality approved and a new name. This is the story of only one soldier, but there are countless others inside North Korea. People who want to escape, people who dream of freedom, yet continue to live lives that resemble modern-day slavery, trapped by fear and control. If Kim Jong-un truly wanted to remain in power, he could have done so without brutality. North Korea could be a healthy and prosperous country, even under his rule. The resources exist, the people exist, the potential exists, but he chose a different path. And when nearly 80% of the population, including soldiers sworn to protect the state, feel no loyalty, it raises an unsettling question. Not about rebellion, but about how long a system can survive when it must be enforced entirely through fear. This isn't a story. It's a life that almost ended, and countless others that already have.